It is crazy, like when you are active on social media and you're active in video, especially
Yeah.
video, how it builds, like people think that you're actually growing your relationship as if
Oh,
you were in
100%.
person. Hi, this is Brian Icenhower, and I am here with Shanna Bellinder. How are you doing, Shanna?
Good, thank you. How are you, Brian?
Really good. I'm very excited to have you today. This is going to be exciting. Shauna is an ICC client from Denver, Colorado, the big city. And it's what's unique about Denver right now is you're one of the few places in the United States of America where you're non-essential. Your realtors are non-essential.
Exactly. We're non-essential for showings. Once we're under contract, we have the ability to do inspections and final things. Closings are via drive-through, so it's kind of interesting situation.
Yeah, that is. Yeah. So most places you can show, the vast majority of the United States, at this stage in the game, we're now into April of 2020, the year of COVID. And and that's why I'm so excited to have you on here, because it has not stopped your success at all. And I want to talk about that success. You've only been in real estate for 3 years.
Yes, 3 years as of January.
3 years as of January, right. And last year, in your third full year, you closed 30 transactions, which is pretty phenomenal. Yeah. And so after 3 years, you closed 30 transactions, and you have a nice average price of $550,000 too.
Definitely not complaining about that.
No, and that's been going up pretty significantly too. You've increased that over time.
Yes, a ton.
And I think we're going to talk a little bit about how you've been doing that. And I love the source of your business too. It's very, very healthy. So where do these 30 transactions from last year come from?
90% of our business comes from SOI.
Right. So your sphere of influence, the people that you know or the people that you know refer you to.
Yes.
Which is amazing. And that's a very, very healthy, that's a recession-proof business, just to let you know,
good.
Because that's, people that I look at, like the years of 2007, 8, 9, when we went down into that rough time, the realtors that really came out of that well were the people that had strong SOIs, because people still had to, they weren't panic buying, they were panic selling. You know what I mean?
Right. Yes.
And people still unfortunately, they got divorces, they got job transfers. People still have, they have babies, they empty nest. All of those things happen. Life goes on. So if you hold your people close and you hold them tight, which I know you do, and you stay in front of them and add value, like I know you do, those are the agents that have recession-proof businesses. So well done.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I attribute that to hearing from you from the very first time I got in the business. 3 months after I got in the business, I heard your speech on SOI and I was hooked. So.
Was that in person? Was that in Denver?
That was in person in Denver. So
I didn't realize you'd only been in the business for 3 months at that time. That's pretty crazy. Okay.
Brand new.
That is cool. Okay. All right. Well, no wonder everything's moved so fast.
Right?
That is excellent. Okay. Well, great. Well, here's what's even cooler. Okay. Even in light of this COVID thing, which has been going on for about a month now?
Yeah.
How does it look for 2020?
I can't wait for this to continue. I know that sounds really weird. I don't want to stay in lockdown per se. It's much easier to show in person than it is virtually, but people are coming out of the woodwork. Just coming out of the woodwork. In the last week, I have picked up 4 listings and 6 buyers, and they're calling me. I'm not doing anything in addition that I wouldn't normally be doing. My typical touches out to my sphere or social media, happy birthday kind of things, that's all normal, but people are calling me going, hey, okay, it's time, let's go.
Yeah, that I think is to me, it's because you're in front of them all the time, right? That you're there and people still have to sell. Life goes on. Trust me, they don't look at a recession or anything. They say, I don't need shelter. Or changes in their life, that's one of the first things they change. So believe it or not, you're there to help, and people really need help now. Oftentimes those 10 people, they really need you. You know what I mean? It may not be a high five, I'm making a bunch of money and I'm just moving up and money's coming out of my ears. There may be problems involved, but they need your help.
There's a lot of different situations in the 10 that I have going, some relocations, some downsizing, some divorces, there's a lot going on, but it is life and that's what happens.
That's right. And they really, I mean, the value of a realtor becomes very, very important at that time. So just to, like we said, it's mid-April right now. This year, like you closed 30 transactions last year, you're already tracked from your solds and your pendings. You are scheduled to close 30 transactions by May of this year.
By May 31st, I will have 30 transactions closed. Fingers crossed.
So something is wrong if we don't do 60 closings this year at this point.
Absolutely. Yeah. I hope to do 75.
Yeah, there we go. So 75, a good strong goal too. I mean, it didn't hurt picking up 10 new ones.
No, April, definitely not.
That are not included, right? Yeah. So you're probably on track for that 75, which is, increasing last year's production by 150%, which was already pretty impressive to do about 12 million and 30 transactions in your third year, which is amazing. And 150% increase in full lockdown as a non-essential agent who can't do showings. That's phenomenal. Yeah, it is. It really is. It's impressive. So I hope this gives a ton of agents out there hope that, man, that you just find a way. And the key is do what you're doing, which we're going to talk about the specifics of that. The key is stay in front of your people. Like, this is a time where it's dangerous. We circle the wagons.
Yes.
And we hold our people tight and we stay in front of them and we try to add value to them and we try to help them right now. We don't 100%. Look for new, bright, shiny objects. We just stay present and we don't hide, and we don't give up. We stay positive and we keep others positive too.
I was talking actually this morning with my ICC coach, and I was talking to Sean specifically. And one of the things we were saying is, the clients that we do have are nervous, and to be able to hold them tighter and to just trust that we're going to make things all right. We're going to work through this together. We're going to make it happen. It's taking a lot more time in our daily business, but by doing that, you're putting them at ease, that they are then telling everybody else about how you're making things easier for them and taking that stress off of them.
Yep.
And they're telling everybody and sharing that, because I think people, especially now in this coronavirus thing, they're picking up the phone more, they're calling people more, they're actually communicating more via not texting to just people with a quick, hey, how are you? Good to see you. I need this information from you. It is real conversations, real communication. And because they're having that with you, they're willing to share that with others.
That really is perfect. That is it. That is it. Like right now, they will receive you. They will receive your communication without a doubt. So there are, silver linings to this, and that's one of them. I mean, as far as reaching out with your people, you can do it. And what's neat is I love how you said these 10 transactions just last week, 6 of them were buyers, 4 of them were listings. Came out of the woodwork to you. Okay.
Correct.
Wouldn't we all love that? I mean, that's just, so what do you attribute them coming out of the woodwork to? What caused this to happen?
Well, several of them have actually reached out and said it's because of the videos that I'm posting on Facebook and on social media. A lot of retargeting videos that I put on social media, just positive interaction, staying optimistic, local things happening about small business owners and how we appreciate them, or just keeping everybody close, kind of hugging everybody tighter, really appreciating life, the small things in life that we often take for granted, putting that out there, and everybody goes, oh yeah. It's time for me to buy or sell now. So they've made the phone call, or they referred me out, or one of the two. And the other, I think Tuesday I had 4 phone calls.
Yeah, I'm telling you, being positive right now, people are attracted to it. Anything positive, people are attracted to, because there's so much that's not positive. And this is your wheelhouse, Shauna, because you're a positive person. You know what I mean? That's where I hear from Sean all the time about you, is you're extremely, it's infectious, especially right now. So even if, now, so you may not be, everybody watching this may not be like you. Like this is what you do, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't mean that if you're not positive all the time, you can't be when you need to be. Like sometimes you have to step up and just lead and get out there and lead people through positivity right now. And they will reach out to you. Now I want to break down what you said, and I want you to break it down for me. You said a lot of retargeting videos. Tell everybody what that looks like.
So through Facebook, you have the ability to upload email addresses for people you've interacted with, whether that's Sphere, even online leads, open house lists, just anybody who might be in your database of people that you've barely talked to. You put them into this database inside Facebook ads, and you allow the videos to retarget directly to them. So as they're scrolling through their news feed, you see the ad sponsored videos that might be playing in the background. Those are retargeting videos. They're very inexpensive and they just randomly show up. But guess what? Those people are seeing it over and over and over again. They don't realize that you're doing those background retargeting of them. They just think that, oh, she's out there more, she's out there more.
Yeah.
And there you are. So eventually when their brain, that little black box in their brain says, I'm ready, immediately the only person that they think of is you.
That's great. No, I love it. So just to nail it down further, so if you have like your sphere of influence, all the contact information for the people, you know, in your SOI, in your CRM, we just export that up into Facebook's ads manager, right?
Correct.
Or maybe you farm a neighborhood, like you have a neighborhood farm that you farm, right?
Yes, circle prospecting around a listing.
There you go. So if we have all those grouped together in your CRM, we can actually import those up into Facebook, and then we can target certain videos or any type of post really at those people so they see you a ton, right? It's
Exactly.
a great way to break into a farm. I always tell you, like if you want to start farming, like we want to take that 550,000 price point and get you up to $1 million, we look for the $1 million neighborhood and we just start kind of
hammering.
saturating it. So all of a sudden it's Sean, you know,
Exactly.
So when you come in there, you're already a celebrity, right? And that's a great way to break into a farm, for example. But again, we're talking SOI because that's what's been working for you. It's how you stay in front and stay first to mind with these people all the time. And they realize, especially during COVID, like she's still working.
Right.
Because you wonder who's open. Well, clearly she is.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's real clear you're open for business and you'll help them with whatever problem they may have or question they may have. And it sounds like they've got a lot. So I love that. Okay, so that's retargeting through Facebook, and and you're getting a significant number of and that's not all that expensive, is it? Like it's
Oh no, it's ridiculously inexpensive to do that. And then, you know, even if you place a lead ad and generate leads, like I'm lucky enough, I have a company doing this for me. I don't pretend to be a Facebook expert in any way, shape, or form. But if you do a lead ad through Facebook, you can even maintain those and just throw a retargeting ad at that. And we're talking pennies to do a retargeting ad.
Yeah, absolutely.
You could throw $10 at it and get, you know, easily a couple hundred views in nothing.
Right. Yeah, and those are touches. I mean, we talk about your sphere of influence. We're trying to stay in front of our, you know, people in our database like 40 times a year through phone calls and emails and social media and you name it, client events, whatever we decide to do in your annual database contact plan. Well, I mean, this is probably the cheapest and easiest and most effective way to do it, right? I mean, you're just in front.
For sure.
You know, in front. Okay, well, that's awesome. So retargeting is a big piece, and that's one way we're pulling them out of the woodwork. Now tell me about that video content, because what are we putting in these videos that's bringing them out?
It doesn't have to be about you. It doesn't have to be about you. In fact, make it about the community, make it fun, make it lighthearted, make it cheesy sometimes. Listing videos go a long way. So if you can post your listings, if you're lucky enough to have them, or office videos, listings from your office, I'll try to get every agent in my office to allow me to do a listing video for them and circle prospect around that. But right now, positivity being the key one. Small businesses in the local area, highlighting nursing homes. So maybe it's you filming outside of the nursing home in the local area, wishing all the people inside the best and telling them hello and we love you and we're thinking about you. Maybe it's, you know, a local restaurant who's still struggling to stay alive but can't get the business, but they'll deliver. So let's have them deliver. And I'll even give away a $50 gift card to that local restaurant for people who might respond in the comments below, and we'll do a drawing at the end of the month. I do drawings every month for a local business for a $50 gift certificate, or I've done a paint and sip class. I did a free paint and sip class for somebody one month, and we just gave away a gift certificate to a free class. Whatever you can do to get them to interact, to share your videos, because if they're interacting, then their friends are seeing it, which is getting your name out there exponentially.
I love that. I love how you're coming from contribution always. You know what I mean?
Always.
Like you're adding value. So whoever's watching it, you're trying to help someone else. Either it's the viewer or some local business or the community. And that's giving. And people think they have to come with some weird stuff. You don't have to. I mean, oftentimes what you just give is a positive message. You know what I mean? Like, you know, just be happy. You know what I mean? Just be happy. That's all it really needs. I mean, especially right now more than ever does happy stand out from all the noise, you know? So that's why I think it's just perfect time for you. You just, you know, you're just happy.
Racking my brain this morning about, okay, we've got Mother's Day coming up and Father's Day coming up, and are we going to be in lockdown for those kind of holidays? You know, and we were for Easter. That was difficult enough for a lot of people. But what about Mother's Day and Father's Day with parents who are
Memorial Day?
Aging Memorial Day. I my entire family's in the military. All of my boys, my husband, like past family, to not be able to go out and, you know, visit the cemeteries, to think about those things. How are we going to get creative and positive and remember those people? So maybe it's a collage of just those family memories. Put that out there for people to see. They want to see it.
Yeah, what's kind of neat, and I'm going to toot our own horn here, but like in our Real Estate Agent Roundtable Facebook group, that all our clients, and we just have a big community that's very interactive. We share a ton of these types of ideas. And at Easter time, I mean, there were so many ideas around Easter. It was insane.
For sure.
And some wacky things. So, and everybody's kind of borrowing them and stealing, because people live all over North America, so they're using them in their own geography. But now some of these, like, I think Mother's Day is next, right? So Mother's Day, there are going to be a lot of Mother's Day ideas kicking around in there for sure here pretty soon. It just made me think of that. Got to start thinking myself, and starting to get different ways we can do that with all these, stay-at-home orders all over the place,
Exactly.
So it's fun. It's kind of a fun time to be creative because we have to do it a different way all of a sudden. And you're certainly doing that. And I don't know many agents that are using video at the level you are, especially the way you are. You're doing it with your sphere of influence, which quite frankly is it's the most productive. It's the most high dollar productive money you can spend, both short term and long term with your business, in my opinion. With your SOI. So just amazing work and everything you've done. Shauna.
Thank you.
Seriously.
It's very cool to have your family, like I have a very large extended family. So when you put those videos out there, I feel pretty uncomfortable picking up the phone and calling that, third cousin down the road. It might be like my great aunt's niece, I'm like on and on. I have a huge family. So calling those people is really awkward to me because I see them once every 3 years at a family reunion, but they'll comment on my Facebook posts or on the videos or things like that. And so I feel like we're in touch because we get to see things on each other's Facebook pages.
Absolutely.
And they're like, oh, you're doing so great. I'm so proud of you. Or I made sure to tell so-and-so that this is what was happening and you're a realtor and they're going to reach out to you. And you're like, holy cow. Now, how are they related or how's that going? And you're like, okay, Mom, put this one together for me because I don't really remember how they fit in the family tree. But
it is crazy. Like when you are active on social media and you're active in video, especially video, how it builds, like people think that you're actually growing your relationship as if you were in person. You know what I mean? Because they've seen you. You haven't seen them. Right. So they've advanced with that relationship quite a ways, and you don't know it yet.
Yeah, you have no clue.
Yeah. So anyway, awesome work, Shauna. It's going to be so fun to watch you finish out this year and continue on in your career. Just amazing job, and thanks for sharing.
Thank you. Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me today.
You bet.
Thank you for everything you provide for us too. I really appreciate it.
Of course. You bet. Keep it coming. Thanks.
Thank you.